Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at how to implement a flashlight in UE4. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to be making a basic sort of flashlight just using primitive objects in the level. So just follow along. Unless you have your own model, you can import that and use your own one too. So first things first, we're going to go into our player character and we're going to create a new variable called hasFlashlight. Excellent. Once you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to right click in an empty space and we're just going to assign a key. So for me, I'm using F, and then on pressed, we're going to drag out of that and we're going to do a branch. Okay, then we're going to drag in a hasFlashlight and set that into the condition. And then obviously if it's true, if we have the flashlight, we're going to create a flip-flop, which basically in summary is a on-off kind of switch. And then from A, we're going to go and do set hidden in game. And we're going to set that, not the mesh, sorry. We're going to add a point light first, because that's, or a spotlight. That's going to be the light that shines on the wall. And we'll just call that flashlight. And then what we'll do, we'll just move that in the viewport to where we want it to be. So let's move that over here. And we'll move that closer to the barrel of the gun. Okay, just for the sake of this, it doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously yours might be on the lapel of your character's jacket or anything like that. Just make sure you set it into the viewport where you actually want it to be. And then obviously, because we want it to move with the mouse, obviously when we're looking around, we need to make sure that we attach it to the correct object. So in this instance, I'm going to be attaching it to my gun, and now I just need to turn it around and just reset it real quick. But as you can see in the viewport here, the gun is actually the flashlight is actually moving with the gun because it's now actually attached to that object. So as you can see, when we move in the game, the flashlight will also move where we are looking as well. Excellent. So let's just straighten it up. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to set the inner cone angle as well, just to kind of give it that more natural circular kind of look. Okay, right, now that we've done that, so if it's true, we're going to drag out and we're going to go set hidden in game. And we're going to select flashlight because that's the one that we want to turn on and off. And we'll just click new hidden. And what we're going to do, just quickly copy and paste that. And then we're just going to connect that to B. And then what we'll do is we untick it. Compile and save. Now as you can see here, we're walking around, we're pushing F, and nothing's happening because we don't actually have a flashlight. So what we're going to do is create a new blueprint of actor class. We'll just call it flashlight. Once we open that up, I'm just going to go and add a couple of basic shapes here. Obviously, like I said, if you've got a model, you can import yours, use yours, that's all fine. So I'm just going to use a cylinder. We'll just rotate it and scale it down a bit. Okay, so now we've got the handle. And then I'm just going to duplicate this. Scroll that out. Smush that down, but just make it a bit fatter on the top so it looks like a flashlight. You just have to excuse the basic sort of ness of it all. And finally we're going to add a box collision. Now the box collision will let us interact with this when we walk into it. You can also use a line trace, but I'm just going to be using a simple box collision. So we're going to go into the event graph, we'll just delete all that crap. Highlight your box, and then on add event we're going to go begin actor overlap and end overlap. Okay, give it some space, drag out of there. Now you want to do enable input, and on the bottom one you want to disable input. Now the reason we do that is because when we're in the box we want to be able to interact with it, and when we're out of the box we don't want to be able to interact with it. So simple get player controller, and connect both of these two up like so, and then again you assign your key that you want to use to interact with. So for example, we'll be using the E key on this situation. You can use left mouse click if you really want to, you can use enter, whatever you want to do it, just put that key in there. Okay, next thing we want to do is we want to add a gate. And then once it's pressed, we want to be able to enter that gate. And then we've got the open and close set in for enable and disable. And then out of enable input, we want to cast to our player character. So in this instance, for me, it's cast to first person character. Now the object will be classed as other actor. I'm just going to duplicate that here and plug that in as well. There we go, that's better. Now out of exit, we're going to drag out, I'm going to type in has flashlight, and target will be first person character, and we're going to set that to true because once we've interacted it will be true. And then we are going to basically just destroy the actor, so obviously it'll disappear from the scene, giving it that impression that we have picked it up. There we go. We'll connect those up too because I've got two separate models, two different cylinders. I'm just going to rename these. This is where I was getting a bit trigger happy with the keys. So we're going to compile and save, and it should be good to close this down. Now I just need to drag the flashlight into the scene. So then what we do, if we walk over to it, as you remember that we're clicking around, we get nothing. We interact with the flashlight, and there we go, now we have a flashlight. And as you can see, tapping F turns it on, off, off. We can run, turn it on and off. And that's all that done. Now with this piece of code, obviously it is really, really simple. You can also expand upon it. You can just, drag off the end of it, and you can add a play sound at location in between the whole flip-flop, which will give it the sort of sound effect of turning on and off. You can do all of that stuff here. You can even add a play sound location here, or play sound 2D when you pick it up to make a sort of like picking up sort of sound. Real simple to do, just experiment with it, have fun. It's real simple. This will probably be one of those times you only do it a couple of times before you kind of get the hang of it. There's multiple ways of doing it, just like I say in every video, but yeah, as you can see, nice and simple. So yeah, hope you've had fun today, guys, and you've learned something. And sorry about the delay on getting this video out. Obviously I've been busy with university, but I've got a few more videos that are coming in soon, more in the beginner sort of tutorial series, and as per request I'll be doing some more intermediate stuff as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks very much. If you like what you see, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps me a lot, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.